Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it's Brew Magoo from the 17 Brew Crew, and this video is going to be a whole bunch of things, so I apologize now if I don't do it all in one day. It might have a few wardrobe changes in there, so don't get excited. It's not the Emmys or the Grammys. It's just I don't know if I can do a video shoot and a brew. You guys all know what it's like. But first I'm going to do some shout outs. I'm going to shout out to a few people, and if I leave your name out, I deeply apologize. Don't be offended by it. Just the ones I can remember off the top of my head. And people that have, you know, just all around just been there. It's nice to know that there's people that you've never physically met from different parts of the world that care, and it's just a good feeling inside. My first shout out is going to be Nexia from Greedy Dragon Brewing, also on the 17 Brew Crew. Loose Screw from 17 Brew Crew. JMCM LXX from the 17 Brew Crew. And Corin Zenith, I believe from Australia. He's also on the 17 Brew Crew. Cheers guys, 17. Vic Bitters as well from 17 Brew Crew. Polly Detmerds, love the boot. Love the boot. My hat's off to you because I don't think I could do the boot. But outstanding, my friend, outstanding. Okay, so that's it for the shout outs right now. Oh yeah, Noof 84, 17 Brew Crew. Like I said, there's going to be it's going to be a brewing video, and it's homebrew related. And it's also going to be a DIY from another person, and I don't believe he's on the 17 Brew Crew. But he does have some videos on YouTube, and highly recommend check him out. I'm going to give him a plug. I haven't physically spoken to him or anything. His name's Harry Brew 69. He's got some excellent DIY, and I believe it's, I don't want to say, I'd like to say somewhere in the UK, but I could be wrong. But I'm going to show you later one of these. No, I'm not making spaghetti. Wait till you see. Outstanding. And as well, the brew in question is a cornerstone beer that was created on the 17 Brew Crew. And it's called the 17 IPA extract. Well, I have carefully calculated with a few minor changes, only due to proper ingredients. They shouldn't affect it too much. One was a minor hop change, and the other one was, well, I'll show you. But it is the all-grain version of the 17 IPA. There's my little post-it note. I've got bags and bags. Couple little ones. So I'm going to show you all that and more. So stay tuned. Cheers. All right, everybody. Here is the pasta maker. See if I can get a better close-up here. This is just a regular pasta maker. Nothing, just straight out of the box. There's nothing, nothing to. You know, you put noodles in there and ready to go. What I ended up doing was I watched a video, like I said earlier, by Harry Brew 69. He dismantled the whole thing, carefully took the rollers out, and ground lateral grooves along the roller, probably about 5 millimeters apart. You can watch the whole video that he's done, and I followed that. I made a few minor changes, but essentially it's the same, and I'll show you the end result. Here is what it looks like now. And don't worry, with the magic of, well, it's not a video editing, I just have two. And the help of some fancy duct tape from my daughters. Handle in there. I've also got another handle that I have cut off here and attached a drill to it. And it works. I don't know if you can see the grooves cut in there. And my grain hopper, if you know what it is, it's the box that my Mr. Beer kit came in a few years ago. I decided to put the box to good use. Plus the shiny sides help the grain slide down nice. And I'll show you the grain mill in action in a couple of minutes. Everybody, there's the setup. I've got some grains in here already. I've crushed a little bit. I'm going to show you what they look like. Just because I can't hold the iPad at the same time, so I'll try and be careful here. You like this lovely shoot? I didn't want to take the base off the bottom of the pasta maker. But I just ground a little bit, just to show you that there's not that much flour. Everything's broken up pretty good. I got a nice crush, and it hasn't let me down yet, and I've done, I think, 5 or 6 all-grain batches with this one. And like I said before, you can use, the crank handle by hand, or throw the drill in there. And I've just got that little piece that I cut off, and it works like a charm. You can see the grain sitting on the top here, and you can watch the level just sink. It's almost effortless. It's a good crush. There you have it, folks. That total grain bill was about 11 pounds, about 10 pounds 75 or something like that. And it was about a pound a minute with this thing. It took me about 10-12 minutes to do this whole grain bill. My pot is full. Well, we're in the brewing area, otherwise known as the garage. And apologize now in advance. Sounds like somebody's racing dirt bikes outside my house. No, it's my neighbor. Decided to pick Thanksgiving weekend, Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, to use his gas trimmer on my brew day. The nerve of some people, I can't believe it. Anyway, I'm just waiting for my strike water to heat up. And I've also got an emergency 1 gallon on a hot plate over there somewhere, just in case I run shy. I'm going to be mashing with about 3.5 gallons is what I've got in this pot here. I'm going to put a little bit into the cooler or mash tun, preheat it, and that's it. Alright, we're about to dough in. Looks good. Hopefully no dough balls. Hopefully the camera doesn't, on the iPad, fog up too much and I don't dislodge my manifold at the same time. It's in there pretty good. So I got a little shy of the 3.5 gallons here. Can always add a little bit more. I preheated the mash tun up. I think we're going to be all right. Oh, does this ever smell good, ladies and gentlemen? Very, very nice. Well, that went good. I got my timer set. So we're at 56 minutes or so remaining in the mash. So all went well there. I ended up adding, like I said, I think it was like a quart of hot water, and I'm at 157, and I plan on losing about 1.5 degrees or 2 degrees, so that'll be good. It'll bring me down around the 154, 155, exactly where I wanted to be with that. I still haven't decided on what yeast I'm going to use. Well, only time will tell when we get there. And I did forget to mention one other person, Brewberry Moore, I'm sorry. It's a tough one to remember, and I don't know why your handle just doesn't stick. But shout out to you, buddy. Cheers. It's time to enjoy a homebrew Mexican cerveza. Oh, this one turned out very, very well. I don't know why I didn't do a full batch of this one. I just decided to do a half, and it pours nice, it smells good. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that beautiful beer. Look at that snowstorm in there. This is my nice fancy new glass. I went to the Creemore Brewery. Hops and Bolts was one of their brews. Mad and Noisy. It's in Ontario. A little bit of chill haze, but look at how clear that is. Oh. Only hop I used in this one was Centennial. I used some flake rice, flaked corn. I believe it was 6-row or it was Maris solder. I'm not 100%. I don't believe there was any other grains. I believe it was just a base malt. I may have put in some, and I put in some carapils, that for sure. And there may have been a touch of Canadian honey malt. I like to use that Canadian honey malt. It's just one of those delicious grains that I like. I like the aroma, I like the flavor that it brings out, and that's it. And yeah, the Centennial comes right through. Cheers. Very nice. Oh. It's not as harsh as a true cerveza. I mean, maybe we can call it a Pilsner, maybe? I don't know. It's not a lager. I did ferment it at a cooler temperature, but not quite lagering temperatures. But look at the head on that. It's like a Birachino. And not bad lacing, if I might say so. I mean, this glass was sparkling clean. I washed it with salt. Wow. Cheers. My apologies. I didn't film the sparge only because I didn't want to film it. It's just too hard to make sure that it's picking up on the camera and make sure. I like to full hands-on. You've seen me do a sparge on my last one, so I didn't do anything different. I used a pie plate this time, like an aluminum disposable pie plate with some holes cut in the bottom of it, and I didn't use the fancy sparge arm. I just wanted to become a little bit more interactive. But it's all good. It's now all in the kettle. I'm just about at the hot break now, and the proteins have come to the top and the surface. I'm so close to the edge here. I do not want to boil over. Everything has gone so smooth. This is probably one of my best brew days yet. Oh folks, we're seconds away from the hot break here. I can feel it. It's the calm before the storm. You can see it pulling away again. Yeah, this brew day has gone phenomenal. Absolutely unbelievable. I think I dialed in all my numbers just right. And if this IPA, this 17 IPA tastes anything like as good or anything like the extract version that I had the privilege of trying, it's going to be outstanding. And there will be beer mail going out for sure with this one. I have to, on principle. Got another 3 more hop additions to go. They've all been perfect. Not a single boil over. The drips on the floor, where are they? Somewhere, I don't know, right there, just from the spoon. But yeah, no, everything's going good. It smells fantastic. The people responsible for the original 17 IPA, I don't know how it smelled when you were making it, but with all these hop additions, if it smelled this good, I can't see this going wrong. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll keep everybody posted and updated. I definitely got my 5 gallons out of there. The boil was a success. And that's it. All right. That is going out especially to Coron Zenith, because he makes a comment all the time about my voice. And that was a band out of Ontario, Canada in the 80s called Klaxoo, and that was off their album Magenta Lane, and the song was called Blue Smoke. Cheers and 17 to everybody out there, as well as the 17 Brew Crew. Take care. Over and out.